You can't live in a place where there are families, sir, and expect there to be quiet.
Yes, Your
You
Honor,
can't.
I realize that.
But I'm going to tell you something else, Mr. Singer, and I'd like this message to reach as many people as I can. Child abuse is a very serious problem in this country. There are too many people in this country who hear children being abused and who turn a deaf ear and don't report it. And we try, and we've become acutely aware of the fact that in order for children to be protected, sometimes neighbors have to get involved, teachers have to get involved, even private citizens walking in a mall have to get involved if they see a child being unnecessarily harshly abused.
Exactly.
But that's not something we abuse in retaliation for a landlord and tenant dispute.
Right.
And I think you did that. They were bothering you. You were going to bother them. You're not particularly fond of their children. You don't dislike them, but you're not particularly fond of their children. That's clear to me. Their children are making noise. Their children are bothering you. You weren't particularly concerned with their children.
Your Honor, when I came to them with a warm hand, I asked him if he wanted to get the little child into a television commercial. I thought the child was very cute.
Well, that's nice. They weren't abusing their children. And once you get a call from the State Central Registry and you send out child protective workers to your house, it's like glue. It's like sticky stuff. It doesn't come off so easily. The call is quickly made, and I'm not suggesting that anyone should be reluctant to call protective services, but only when it's legitimate. When it's not legitimate, you can destroy people's lives. It's like getting a bad credit rating that's wrong with TRW, and you can never get out of the system. You did it because you were annoyed with them. Your lawsuit is dismissed. Now you have a counterclaim.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to address your counterclaim. He's annoyed by what goes on upstairs. And it's true that it's probably interfered with his quiet enjoyment of his apartment. There is no question about that, because if you heard him sneeze and retaliated as a result of that, that means you could hear what goes on in his apartment, too.
I never heard him sneeze, Your Honor.
Well, somebody might have, Mr. Delina, and I'm not sure I believe you either. I believe her.
That's okay, Your Honor.
Just a minute. I believe her.
Okay.
Now, you might not be constantly making noise. These folks are sensitive.
I understand.
The acoustics are not good. Clearly, you two people should not be neighbors. But that doesn't mean that that's worth a lawsuit. The only thing that really concerns me is this call to the State Central Registry.
That's why I'm here.
Because I believe that that is a form of harassment that has been abused and was abused in this case. You take matters of landlord and tenant to landlord and tenant court. You take the matter to the your local housing association. You don't involve the state, because that stays on their record in practically every jurisdiction, even if the report is unfounded. If the report is unfounded, one would think that it's taken out of the computer and nobody will ever see it. Unfortunately, once social workers come out to their house on a report of suspected child abuse, that will stay in their record until, in most jurisdictions, until the youngest child is 18 years old. That's a long time for a phone call. So I am awarding the defendants on their counterclaim for that harassment only, because I find that that was harassment, some $1,000. Thank you very much. That's all. That's it.